But yeah, man, it's just fucking. I'm about to hold this bitch, dude. Look, if I do this,
Wow.
if it falls over, bro, I swear to God, I'm gonna lose it.
Chug it.
Hell no. You know, I used to shotgun the fuck out of Red Bulls when I was working at Pluckers. Oh man, that shit was beautiful. It's currently 9.
I hit the thing. That's my fault.
What?
I hit the mic.
Oh no, it's fine. Fuck it. It's picking up everything.
Okay.
So, what is your
No. Introduce yourself.
nigga? You know they know who I. For those who don't know who I am Paradox from San Antonio, Texas. Have an album, Lonestarr, gonna be coming out March 6th. That's a Thursday. Very excited. Very excited.
Mm-hmm.
What are your, I guess, first little takes of everything?
Well, for me, I mean, I've been there. We've been friends for a good amount of time.
It's been a minute, nigga.
It's been since like, what, October, September?
September, like late September, October, November, December, January, February. 4 months. But
Wait.
Okay, but it feels like it's been a lot longer.
This is true. I feel like I've been there to see a lot of your musical process. I've seen you make most of the album,
Mm-hmm.
and you've been like, "All right, check out the song. Check out this one. Check out this one. Here's the beats. This is the vibe." I'm like, "Oh."
And it's very interesting because
Very fast paced.
very fast. But this is actually the fastest I made any body of work.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Like Mikola Zone was very like it took a whole year from like February, I think I made the first song, all the way to December. But that was more, I was in a whole different bag. I was really going to studios for the first time, and like anytime I make a song, it was like, okay, I have to execute this right, because if I fuck it up, I gotta pay for more studio time. I don't have money for studio time, so I was like, fuck. And I think even back then, as far as sharing the music, a lot of those are people.
Sorry, he's doing some fuck ass shit back there. He said,
But making it, I was always showing so many people the music.
mm-hmm.
I think this is the most secretive I've been about this project. You're the only one that knows the whole album front to back. I think when it was with Mikola Zone, I was like a handful of people that knew most of the album before I had dropped it. And I think back then it was a lot more for that validation. I was watching the video. Can't remember what the fuck the title, but it was just more just creative. And, you know, they talked about what is your reason for showing people your work? Why do you want to show people your work? You know, more of that, what is your purpose in what you do? And I think that realization of like, oh, like when I was doing Mikola Zone, I wanted that validation of like, oh, P, you making this fire ass song, you doing, ooh, this is tough.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of really just loving what I did. And I think tackling this project, I love every song I did on this motherfucker, bro. Like,
you don't have a favorite?
I don't think I do. I usually have magma opus for every album, like the one I put the most work in.
Mm-hmm.
I think the one that I would claim as a magma opus is like a two-way tie from Shine Bright and Left Right.
Okay.
I think I would say Left. Fuck, I don't know. I'll say both, but I can get into Left Right. Yeah, we'll get into Left Right.
Okay.
When it came to that song, that was, I think, the last song on the album. I remember I had showed you. I think you came by the crib, and I was like, "Oh, I have this beat. You know, what do you think?" It's kind of like, you know, more of that validation factor. It's more of that validation factor of everything. Like, oh, do you fuck with it? Is it nice? Is it this?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just really loving it. And I remember I had talked to Brandon, and he was like, "Oh no, this one's different. I ain't gonna lie. This is before I had the whole beat done. This was just all the instruments I had, or it was like almost half the instruments I had, and just the kick that I put in there."
Mm-hmm.
And both of y'all said the same thing. It was like, "Oh, this is different, nigga. Like, it's different."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, I'm doing something right. So then just added a whole bunch of stuff. I took a sample from, I think the band is called Aura.
Uh-huh.
The sample is called Winds of Love. Beautiful ass fucking song, bro. Shit's amazing. And the sample I have like 3 chops. 1 chop, 2 loops, I guess. I don't know what the fuck to call it.
Mm-hmm.
The one that is on the beat when the kicks and all that is hitting was a section that I pitched down and I slowed, so it still has that cadence of the dun 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 dun. But then you just have like I want to say it's like these trumpets that are in there, but it's just like slowed and it just pitched down and it just like do 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 do, and it's just like you don't like hear, but you feel it. Like I don't know, it just like takes you somewhere, and I just love the fuck out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And just like sampling is such a really big thing for me. Like it's a really big thing. I love being able to mask the sample that I use with the strings or synths or any instruments that I'm putting in there, to where it's like you can't even hear where the fuck the sample at. You just hear this whole full orchestral piece.
Yeah, I will say that I've noticed a lot more of orchestral vibe in a lot of the songs, and I feel like the whole album in general like has a lot of that influence.
Mm-hmm.
I know that we went to go see the Austin Symphony. Do you think that that was like a big inspiration? Because that was like the middle of you working on this album.
Yeah, because I started in July. When did we go? Fucking October? No.
November or December?
November, was it?
It was November.
Dead ass?
Mm-hmm.
God damn, nigga. Yeah, I think originally when I made the first song, when I was just thinking about, okay, this is what I want it to be, I did already want it to be very orchestral. Like that's just what I love. I love classical shit. That's just my shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That's like my bread and butter. I love classical shit. Like fucking Tyler loved jazz and neo soul. Like that's just my shit. And I really wanted to represent it in the body of work. And I guess for me, it felt very almost discouraging to do so, because it was like, fuck, like I want to have all these strings in here, and I don't think I'm in a position to have these string sections and do this, do that. But I think because I really wanted to, and I think before then when I was scoring I was scoring shit through FL MIDI.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I remember I would do the reels, and I was saying, oh, I was doing these reels of making this shit. And, really just, my fucking shoes untied. Fuck, I'm cooked. But really getting into that bag of like, I want to teach myself to do this shit. I really, really love this. So when I kind of started getting it right, it was like, oh shit, like, I love this. Like, I can actually do this. I don't have to wait so much time to really get good at scoring pieces. So then going to the symphony, I think it really just ignited that fire of like, okay, we're gonna make this shit happen. Like here, I can't remember which one we watched. I can't remember who the composer was. Fuck, I don't remember what it was.
I can say that like from being there that night, that one pianist who literally just came up with something on the spot.
Oh, on the
I
end?
feel like, yes.
Fucking love the fuck out of that, bro.
That felt like, to me, it was like an influence of that. Like, just go. Like, there's no reason to like stop.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep moving. And I feel like that is also how you work. Like I seen you in the studio and like working on everything, and you just kind of just go. There's a plan in your head, but you don't really articulate that until you're actually doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very interesting to see, because I don't know many people who have done that.
But I think that took time. That did take a lot of time. I think I was very, especially with this one, because I was working at such a fast pace of like, I just want to make and just have fun. I don't want to get into my head about the songs that I'm making,
Mm-hmm.
just because I would get in my head real, real deep. In July, when I made the first song, I took a trip to Houston to meet up with Jay Tana, that he's on the album. I met up with him, and we were just making hella songs for this thing that we wanted to do that never really came to fruition. But he really talking about like punching in. Like a lot of artists really just punch in a lot, and it's a form of freestyling. You're not just doing one take. You're okay. Let me get it right. All right, folks, the next one, next one, next one. It just that effortless flow of like I don't know what I want to do, but I'm just gonna do it. I think being there, I think we knocked out like maybe like 15 songs in 2 days. And that was just so outer worldly for me. Like that wasn't my bag. It was like I was so like every song I make has to be perfect. And I think working on that made me really build a detachment for the things that I do. So it's like I don't get so attached to the music that I make. Like I'm okay putting time in the song and it may not work, or I may make a beat and I'm like, I'm not ready for it. I'm not gonna fuck with it yet. And I just always come back to these things later. Or I'll even make a song where it's like Lonestarr was a song that I made, and this is the first song I made, and I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do this? What is this gonna be? I just knew, okay, this is what I want the album to really encapsulate, but not really knowing what the fuck was gonna happen.
Yeah.
And it was just like, okay, just say fuck it and go. I may not know what it is right now, but we're gonna just keep making, keep going. And then
I've definitely noticed that with there was one song. Which one was it? I feel like it was Lonestarr. And I feel like that's the one that you like redid and over and over again, and then finally had that option of like collaborating or even just building upon the idea you had. Is it the same one?
No, unless it was Waiting for Love or Mask On.
No.
Really? Damn. Which one was it?
The one we went to the studio for.
Oh, Shine Bright.
Shine Bright.
Yes.
Shine Bright was the one that I feel like you redid it at least like 3 times.
It was a lot. I think making it, the sample came from the band called The Sound Experience. I can't remember what the song's called, but it was from I think the song released in 1979, and I just had to chop. That was it. And I remember making adding all the instruments in. I was like, okay, I have this thing. Okay, I think I sent you the instrumental. I sent you the instrumental.
Oh, I'm being blinded. I'm sorry. Hold on. Fuck.
Oh, we can roll the title screen.
Jesus Christ.
We keep going. Fuck, we keep going for a bit. Oh no, we keep going. I'll wait till the end. Oh yeah, we keep going. Fuck yeah. What song do you want to talk about first?
Okay. Let's see. Okay, so as a whole, the whole album to me sounds like a story. And knowing you personally, I see the reflection and the connection between like Paradox and you in real life, and that drive for like, this is how I'm feeling, this is how everyone is treating me because of how much effort and time I put into something, and the music and your career and everything you want to go for. And seeing that doubt and Paradox and that confidence and that ego has been exemplified throughout the entire album. A lot with being a Lonestarr and just trying to say that you're proving yourself to like to make it big, but not just like for yourself, but for those who are dependent on you. And you can really see how like a lot of your family and friends have influenced that mindset of like, I'm literally like, if you've heard the songs, you're like,
you got to make it happen. I think, and even showing the story as Paradox being already in that position, you know, as me
And is
trying
that
to.
how you see yourself?
I don't think so. I think I'm very much. I want to make it there. Like that's where I want to be. But being able to represent that story of this is all the shit that's pressuring on me as someone who's already there, like, you know, in the story, Paradox is already doing shows, selling out these stuff, and he still have these pressures on him. I think it feels a lot more human instead of, you know, I'm just someone that just want to make it right now that ain't got shit. You know, I think there's so much more connectivity to myself when I'm making it, like, I want to put you into this world. And I think I love how I executed kind of building that world out and still being able to show like, hey, these are the shit that I got going on. This is the reason why I'm really doing this. This is why I'm putting so much work in. This is the sacrifice that I'm making, where everyone around me don't really understand that or even see the sacrifice that I make. It's more or less like, damn, you're not coming around. Damn, you're not, you know, making time for those your loved ones for shit outside the music. But, you know, for me, music is that shit's everything. It's always been everything for me. Since I made the first album in my car, that's just been the biggest thing for me. And being able to represent that in Lonestarr is such a good thing. This nigga's stupid. But Lonestarr is a really big meaning. Obviously, I'm from Texas, so it's the Lone Star State. But, you know, also being the only star that can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause it's in the actual song Lonestarr, I say even the sun has ego. And even writing that whole song, I remember writing it, I was like, I really wanted to talk. I think I was listening to Blonde by Frank Ocean, and I was just so infatuated with it. Like, I just love how he is able to convey such a story without ever saying like me, I. It's only like, you know, being so self-centered in the lyrics. And as artists, you're gonna always do that because you're attached to your music. But how Frank Ocean can still talk about that without him really saying I and me, it was like I really want to capture that. So, you know, writing it, it was songs like Nike, songs like Pink and White. I think even at the time was like, I love this shit. Like, this shit's hard. Like, how is he able to write at such a crazy level? Like, it was just like I needed this shit. Yeah, you're fucking cooked, buddy.
I'm gonna get so burnt. It's fine.
But just writing it, I really want to speak from the perspective of a star. Like, as a star, this is what I think an actual star in the sky thinks. This is what they see. This is the pressures of it, you know. I was like, you know, all the other planets depend on me. You know, if I fall, we can all die. Like, the sun can't make a mistake. The sun fuck up once, we getting fucked up. Mercury, Venus, and us. Maybe Mars. We're all fucked. One mistake, so like the sun has to move perfect.
Yeah.
The Lone Star, I have to move perfect. I can't make mistakes because everybody around me gonna fall. If I show any doubts, everybody gonna see that. Everybody gonna be like, fuck, like maybe he ain't gonna do the shit. And I think writing that was it didn't feel as it was challenging at the time, but just hearing it just was like, I'm so like, I love the words that I'm saying. I love that I can express this idea, and I hardly really say I or saying I'm feeling this way. I feel like this. I'm doing this. I'm trying to do this. It's like, no, I feel like I'm talking a whole different perspective, but still center it to me.
Yeah.
And I love that. And then the whole album is a lot of samples in the album. I don't remember I got the sample from. It was an indie artist, maybe from like 2014, but it was just really, really nice. And I just found a couple chops that I really loved, and I left the sample as is. I didn't really add any extra instrumentation. It was just, okay, let's chop this, chop this, chop this. There's a longer version of the beat when it ends, and it's like do 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 do. And then after that, I had extra instrumentations in there with a kick pattern I made. So it's like doom 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 doom, and it sounds hella tough. But I was like, I'm really singing on this. I don't want to switch it up to rapping. Like I want to capture me just singing, being in that feeling. I don't want you to get out of that. I want, again, I didn't know what the hell was gonna happen, but it was like I don't want that. Like I'm singing my fucking lungs out, talking about how I'm just by myself, and if I fuck up, we all gonna die in a blaze. Like I wanted that there.
Yeah. Okay. So talking about your relationships, talking about how you feel like everyone depends on you, and like how much you're trying to be this great thing, to be this star.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel like the relationships in your actual life have been influential on that, on like overcoming some of it?
Like we mean?
Like your romantic and platonic relationships, how have they impacted the making of this album?
We talked about it the other day because I didn't even think about it. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think that deep about it. I'm thinking just because I see myself in that light, it's just like, fuck it. It's kind of just what comes with the shit. And I don't remember, you said something yesterday when we were talking about it. I don't remember what the fuck you said. I wasn't paying attention. I was paying attention, but I wasn't because I was trying to go home. I remember what you said. Because you were just like, oh, like, nigga, like, that feeling is all throughout the album. Like, I don't know why you don't see that. And those were like things where it's like, I don't realize that these feelings and these things are even implemented to the album.
Oh, it was something along the lines of how you're very avoidant with your emotions.
Yes, I realized that. Yes.
Because you are, and I feel like that has been very apparent in the album with your needing to be a star and understanding their wants and concerns of like your time and your emotion and your presence, but it's like this comes first. Mm-hmm. So you're very avoidant with that. You're like, I just won't deal with it. I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Regardless of anything else, regardless of other people's feelings. But I've also noticed like a shift with your personality, like of getting into a relationship and having these really strong friendships. Like I've noticed that your connections are very solid. So how do you think that has impacted the ending of the album?
The ending, I had that done before the meat and potatoes, like the real middle of the shit. And I think it's weird because it was like I was all over the place working on it. Like usually it's kind of like I don't usually go in order. Sometimes I'll go all the way down and then I'll finish the album and then come back up. But this was kind of just like middle, end, beginning, middle, end, like just back and forth. And I think that's what really kind of curated that. When I was talking with you, I always thought, like attachment styles and shit.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was really anxious attachment or avoidant. Like I didn't think I was. I thought I was very anxious. I had to have the people around me all the time. And I think
no. You're always like, wait, I need days. I need days. Let me recover.
Yeah, because when it's a lot of shit, it's like, let me deal with it. Like I gotta do it on my own. Especially making music. When I see a lot of other artists, they're very much like, I want to have all these people around to make music with. I want to collaborate with, but it's like a lot of times, especially when you doing this, it's like niggas don't really care. Like they're not gonna want to.
Do you think that stops you from like trying to reach out and trying to actually collaborate with other people?
I guess me being very avoidant, it does play a role. Like, maybe I'll be okay without them.
I'll be okay. You said that's like your favorite phrase.
I'll be okay. Because I always make it work. I always find a way to make it work. I always got to find a way. Especially making the album was very much, I got to find a way. I want all these, pieces. I want these feelings to be there, but I can't really reach out to that. So it's like, I got to make a way. So as far as like having that space and being so avoidant, I think, like you said, it is shown like all over that motherfucker. But I think I think it just shows that's just who I am. Especially when it's like, that's not what I was shooting for. But for you to kind of see that, it's just like, oh, damn. Like, I got to work on that or something. I don't know. Cause I just love being in my space when I'm in the studio just working. I just love that. Like I gotta be to myself. I know when we were making Mask On Mask Off, I remember I think we went out to go do hella shit. We were just running errands, hanging out, woo woo. And I was like, oh, we go back to the house, to the garage. I'll record it. And I remember I got irritated during the end. Like I just got real in a mood. I couldn't even tell you why, but so I was in that mood. And I set my shit up, talked to your peoples. And as soon as I locked in, like had the headphones on, like everything around me just ceased to exist. It was just me and that computer. And I remember because I was looking over the footage and I was like, I was locked the fuck in, just boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, we were there for like at least 3 hours.
Yeah, doing the whole fucking song. That's just one song.
Yeah.
And like, especially I think Mask On Mask Off was such a appropriate way to get that feeling off, of to show that avoidance of like, I'll be okay, just let me deal with it. You know, especially just, everything that's there, like, where you're like, you don't always have to have your mask on. You shine to the people that need, you're a light to the people that need it. Like, these niggas, a lot of people are in the dark and they don't know how to get out, but you know how to get out. You can show these niggas the way out.
Yeah.
And, just in the whole song of, like, but yeah, just talking about just who I am, with the mask off, and then that bridge coming where you're singing over the bridge. I think that was just beautiful, bro.
I know you didn't let me leave. I was like,
fuck no, because it's like you had it, and I don't know. You see, I'm very like, it has to be.
You're very particular. You're like, it has to be exactly the way I want it. The timing of everything, the notes, like
it has to hit.
We probably redid it at least like 20 times. The very least, like 20 times.
We're doing just that one bridge for like 30-some minutes, 30, 40 minutes, maybe an hour. Maybe that hour was doing
an hour.
Yeah, that hour was just doing just the bridge. That's it. Because it was just like it's just because I feel it, and I used to be very just passive with the music of what I wanted, but it was like, no, it has to be this, like, and it came out so great of you just vocalizing it. It feels so grand and big, and you in that bridge, you're really taking that front of everything, and it's just like, I love that, because it's such you get that kind of moment of breath almost, and you're given this new kind of sound, like, oh, what the fuck, like, it's the same, not necessarily it's the same song, but like, this feels like a continuation, like a part 2 of a song. But then the next verse comes up and it just brings you back in, like you ain't never left. And just, even talking about the lyrically, because I'll write my shit, but a lot of times I do not remember what the fuck I said.
Pull your chain.
What happened?
It's just out of your chain. It's like trying to go back in.
Oh, okay. But,
did it again.
Bro, fuck it, nigga.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay, I just put it to the side. But, just, I guess, like, you did your shit. I'm not gonna lie. You did your shit. And,
can you believe that, like, I've never sang before?
Yeah, no, nigga, like, it's just like, well, you have experience.
Not like this, though. This was a completely different style than what I'm used to. To be honest, your music introduced me to a more R&B type of vibe. It's not my scene. So I'm very intrigued by a lot of the album, because it's a lot of that, like, that moody and upbeat at the same time, and I'm like, okay, I see you.
I think Nicola Zone is just a really good blend, because I didn't want the album to be hella sad. Nicola Zone was very sad. There's nothing you can really jam out to. Just like, if I'm in my field, let's listen to it. But having these songs where it's like, ain't shit you can, put the top down, fucking driving in the whip. We ain't got those, but there's certain songs like that. But the good, or the parts I love, is just shit I can just vibe to. I'm just walking, I'm vibing. I'm going by my everyday life, just feeling this shit. And, especially just that drum, that doom, 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 doom. Like, it's just, like, you should get swayed by the hi-hats, the snare, and the kick in that motherfucker, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And like the bridge, like I love bridges.
Mhm.
I fucking love bridges. Nigga. That's my shit, bro. And it didn't happen until this album. I really wanted to always do bridges, even when I was making previous work, but I didn't have the skill to make it happen. So this album, it was like I want as many bridges in this bitch as humanly possible. I just want bridges all over the place.
Yeah, I think there was like one in almost every other song.
I think almost every song there's one. Uh,
I smell tacos too.
I know this shit smell good in the bitch.
Get us some. Okay.
Fuck it. Let's go. We're cooking chat.
Cookie Jack.
But when doing the bridges on all of it, at first it was, I mean, even like kind of to completion, it was like, damn, am I doing too much? Is this too many bridges that people gonna be kind of put off by it? And I was like,
nah, fuck it.
Like, I love this shit. This shit's nice. A lot of these songs, you don't even realize you in the bridge until the song's over. And you're like, oh, what the fuck? That was a bridge? Because it just pulls you in. Like in Waited for Love, I love the fuck out that bridge, bro.
Did you ever get frustrated with any of the album?
I think more the process of it. Because I was moving at such a fast pace.
In the beginning, yeah.
Yeah, like beginning like from August, not even August, because I didn't get my new computer till
September.
Yeah, so from September to November, like, October. So a month.
What?
He said October. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
He's just...
Oh, September to November, actually.
What are you talking about?
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
No. I feel like you were moving at a very fast pace. Because you made like probably 5 songs. Not all of them are on the album. But at least like 5 songs that you wanted to be towards it. By probably November, beginning of December. Because that's when you were like, I want to push this out, I want to push this out, I want to push this out by the end of the year. And it got pushed back.
Couple times, bro. Because by November, like mid-November, it was almost like, I think I just need like 2 more songs. And that frustrated the fuck out of me because I'm like, I was moving so goddamn fast. How the fuck can I not get 2 songs done? Like that was just grinding the fuck out of me. It was so like my ego was so out about it because it was like I made all these songs. I was doing music videos at the time. I'm trying to get this shit right. I'm like, how the fuck why am I struggling so hard with just 2 songs? Like that don't make no fucking sense to me. And it
was a shift though of like working more like and all the holidays. So granted, there was a lot of other like life stuff that I've noticed. So I was like, yes, you have this ego. Yes, you are at that level. But you also have to take into account like everything else I was like kind of fucking up around. Like the whole, like I know the situations. I don't know if you want to disclose that.
Fuck no.
Fuck no.
They be all right. They ain't got to know all that shit.
But it's not that you weren't moving at that pace. It was just, there was some stuff going on. Out of our control.
Ain't shit I can do.
Just breathe in.
But it was I think that was the most frustrating. Like, because it was just like, damn, I did stuff like when we went to the studio for Shine Bright, and then having to come back and be like that whole month of December, I don't think I made anything towards the album. Like nothing got done towards the album. Yeah. And that was really like, that was hard. So then when I was like, oh, I remember in the studio, I was like, okay, we're going to have it out by like early January. Motherfucking January hit like a bus, nigga. I was like, I made music in a month. Like that whole month of January, I didn't make no music. Or December, I made no music besides the studio. That was it. And I was like, fuck, nigga. And then January came around, still working. That's where I started to move a little bit. And February, just finished everything. We're here now. But I do, because it's like I have to move. I move at such a fast pace. It can get frustrating where it's like I have to take a breath. I got to step back from this music and live a little bit of life before I come back to it. Yeah. I think that has been the most important thing of, okay, you know, you gotta live life. You have to experience life to put that shit back into the music.
Mhm.
You know, when for me it's like, fuck it, I'll just be in the studio every day from when I wake up, go to work, come home, studio, wake up, studio, go home, work, studio, or come back home, studio. Like it's just like constant. And it's just very, it can be very hard to take that break.
Yeah. Trying to think. Is that a fucking frog?
I don't know what the fuck is that. Ugh, I don't like frogs, nigga. I hate them bitches. I call it mass extinction. Well, they do help out there.
Scared the fuck out. Oh my god. I didn't see shit until the end.
But I remember doing Never Know, because I think we're doing a music video for that. And that was the first time we kicked it. Like
I never know.
Yeah, because I remember I was still showing you tracks and all that, but that was the first time we actually like hung out to go do something. But it was just for the music. And I remember I was like, hey, I got this song, da da da, and I love the fuck out the song. And I remember I showed you the instrumental 2 of it because I love the fuck out that instrumental.
When was this?
Huh?
When was this?
This was when we went to the Tea Garden.
That was Never Know?
No, we did it for Stuck in Ego, but I remember I recorded.
You didn't put Stuck in Ego in the song, did you?
No. But we were doing the music video that day. And the night before I made Never Know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because you had showed me that in the car. Yeah, look at this me. Look at this me.
Yeah, you were like, you made it last night? I was like, yeah, I was up till then and still showed up to do this shit. You know.
When I showed up late.
Yeah, but hey, we balled. That was a whole bunch of issues in that motherfucker, but we got it done, nigga. We tried our best.
That video took two whole trips.
2 trips. Nigga.
2 trips in 2 months.
2 trips, 2 months, and 2 cameras. Good Lord, boy. Oh my God.
It was worth it. It was worth it.
Very much. But I remember showing you Never Know. It was such a, because this is before a lot of shit. So it was that, like the song is just like, I don't, like niggas ain't gonna know the hardship that I face. They're not gonna know the work that I put in. They're not gonna know how I feel about a lot of shit. Like they're never gonna know, no matter how many times I talk about it, how many times I write it in the song. And just be able to say some dark shit in a beautiful neo soul way. What?
Bird. Don't be mad at me.
Go ahead, take a picture, bro.
I can see it. Where the fuck did it go?
I don't see it.
I just saw it. There it is. It's in the tree. Sorry. School project. School project.
School project. For the grind.
For the grind.
But I remember in talking Never Know, I think like after the bridge, and I still love that bridge too. I think those are one of the like bridges where it was like I was actually like learning it. I was actually getting it right.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you know, I said, you will never know the pain that I live. You will never know the something. I'm trying to think, bro. I was like, I still think about the night Chop died. Ever since then, I had to be the Lonestarr. And I think that bar, ever since then, I had to be the Lonestarr. Like, I think that was such a big expectation on myself during that time. Mm-hmm. When he had passed. It was like, I have to make this shit. That really put in that mindset of like, you're the only one that can make this shit happen. Like, you have to. You gotta do it for your family. You gotta do it for those around you. You can't just...
We're talking about death and a vulture comes up. That's kind of poetic.
Poetic as fuck, nigga.
I need to... Don't get mad at me, bro.
Nigga said for the school project.
It is for a school project. Fuck. Oh my God, bro. Oh! I can't. Oh, you bitch. I did not get that. Fuck.
But like, there's just so much I love about it. Just that song, like that was probably, if I don't have a favorite song, but I think Never Know is my most visited song on the album. Mm-hmm. I do love the bass in there. I love the strings. And I think what's so interesting is that I had this real orchestral feeling, but the guitar has been like electric and distorted guitar has been so consistent throughout the whole album. And the fact it's almost like I'm putting two different worlds together, and it meshes well. Like a lot of these songs would sound so hollow, so empty if it didn't have that mid low and that grunginess of a guitar with these angelic ass strings and leads and all that. Even like these pianos are fucking beautiful, and just having that like, oh my god, bro, like that is my shit. I love just layering. I love all that shit, bro. And it's just beautiful as fuck to me, bro. Do you have favorite songs for you?
I'm very biased, okay? I'm very biased because I got to hear them the first time. So, you know, big win for me. I would have to say the last song,
To Get Her
was like the most transparent that I could see you. Of like, yeah. I'm trying to see, how do I articulate this? To Get Her just had like a completely different vibe out of the whole entire album. Like the album itself told a story of everything going on in Paradox's little world of like, again, trying to be there for everyone, trying to make it, trying to do this, feeling that's like that everyone's kind of doubting him, and then still showing up to be a star. But then there's a transition in there after like Mask On, Mask Off of like, you know what? There's literally somebody there for me. I just gotta see it, gotta see through it. And then once you get to that like after that transition point, it's like, this is how I really feel, and everything that I'm doing is still validated, and I'm still moving, and there's like love platonically and romantically in my life now.
And being just kind of happy with it and content with it
and present.
Yes.
Like actually genuinely just present.
Yes, I think that's a really big thing, especially just for that song. I remember, I think I did two different songs before I got to Get Her. Two completely different songs. I think I showed you one out of the two. The second one, I was like, fuck no, like that.
Yeah, that one, you could feel like that one was forced.
Yeah.
That one was very artificial, and like, you didn't know how to articulate it. So then the final version definitely seemed like, it just felt like real, like genuine emotions, genuine of like, yeah.
And then the sample, I love samples, bro. I love this shit. It's from the Green Beret, Beret. I don't fucking know. Bertes, maybe. And the song is called Lord. What's the song called? It's somewhere in my phone. I think it's like Lord Send Me Her or something like that. And it's a beautiful ass song, bro. I remember I would be playing it on fucking YouTube, bro. That shit hits. And I remember when I was going through Tracklib, I was just, crate digging, looking through samples, and I was like, oh yeah, this is it. That's it. And I made that beat in like less than 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes, because it was, I already knew, I heard the whole song. I already knew the chop that I wanted. I chopped it, had the loop just going in, put it to the beat, and just finished it. And I think right into it felt so real. I love like just the realness in it. Like you're kind of like, what the fuck? Like, like you're kind of like, is this real? Or is this like part of the story? Like, you know what I'm saying? I love that illusion of them trying to see, just trying to like think, trying to divide, trying to bring the worlds together, I guess.
Yeah.
And I love how it really just finishes the album in such a beautiful ass way, to where it's like, I want more now. Like, he's already went through all this. He's come to the complete stop. What's next? Like, when you finish a really good TV series, you're kind of like, damn, I want more of this. Like, the people went through this full fucking journey. The story's done. I want more. I want like an OVA, nigga. I want, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that song really gives that feeling. And the voicemail from my grandma that came that was like that came after everything was done, and I was just going through songs. And my grandma, she sent me the voicemail all the way back in like June, July of like last year. This wasn't even, I don't think this was this year. This was last year. I remember because she sent it to me when I was working at Amazon at the time, and she sent it to me, and I always just kept it there because I was like, I keep my voicemails. I don't. So, someone break my heart, someone said some crazy shit, you're gonna be put into a song, nigga. Fuck it. But I just kept it for so long, and just kind of going back to hear it, it was like, oh shit, like this kind of makes it loop back around of like, call me, I just want to make sure you stay sweet, I love you. And it's that being my grandma out of all people, I think it says so much to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, it's like you have to be present for these people.
Mm-hmm.
And that being her out of all people, I think it just hits a chord with me very, very deeply. And I think it really finishes everything as in such a just a beautiful way of like, oh, is he gonna fall back in his old ways? What's gonna happen next? I want to know more.
Mm-hmm.
But that being kind of like, that's just it. That's over. It's done. Like, ain't shit else, nigga. Like, fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember my favorite bar in that song was like, I know you don't believe in God, but Lord sent me a star. Because the song is called Lord Send Me Her. And just like that, just that bar, nigga, is just tough as hell. Like, it's just so big to me. Like, I don't know, like it just resonates with me so well. Just as far as the whole album as a whole, and just even for that song in particular, like it's like, damn, like, it's really just being present. Like, you're taking the time to appreciate those around you, taking time to appreciate the ones that are in your corner. You're not so fixated on the ones who ain't in your corner, the ones that aren't, that are doubting you, that are frustrated with what you're doing, that are complaining, or those that they just want to be with you. They want to be there for you, and me not giving them that access to be there for me.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I just feel like that was the most, like, the best way to end it, to leave it open-ended.
Mm-hmm. Like a TV series, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like
come back.
Like a Pop Carry Diaries, nigga. Cause I know I put you on that anime. That shit's peak as fuck. Just amazing storytelling characters. Like when that show ends, it's like you're gonna want more. Like you just want more. You've been with these characters so much. You've been so attached to this world that the artist built.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I want more of that. And again, like the album just does such a great job at representing that. But like having doubters, because I do want to talk a little more about like the doubters and shit.
So who are your ops in this album? Who the fuck are your ops?
Ops is a crazy word. I don't have ops.
Everybody has ops.
I don't have. Maybe
you have
I
me,
do.
Bitch.
Maybe I do. Maybe I don't fucking know, nigga. But it's just more like, I wanted to represent as just like people who are real close to me, that, in my time of doing this, these are people that I worked with musically, that I saw this potential for, that's even like, that's not even in music. God damn, look at my shoe, bro.
Aww.
But people that aren't even in music, that it's like I wanted to succeed with you, but now you're slowing up on me. Now it's like I can't even trust that. I can't even trust you if I really start moving, that you're gonna be there.
Hey, it's looking weird. I'm scratching my legs. Fuck off.
But having like just people that just have that doubt of like oh, like you're not really around, or just even for myself, I think it was more of a self-reflection of how I view the situation. A lot of these friends, they just they may have a slower pace of what I'm moving, but it's like I feel so insecure to have those people around, because it's like, damn, if you slowing down, you can slow me down.
Is that why you cut a lot of people off?
Mm-hmm. It's a really big reason. Because it's like, if you're not moving
again, the avoidance.
Yeah, the avoidant, yeah. But, Let's go.
Why does it sound like a poop?
I know.
Is that bloop?
No. Maybe. But having people like that, I think it's just very telling, and I really want to represent that as like, you know, when I'm going through that avoiding is like, it almost feels like it's warranted. Like all that pressure, all the people that are that moving that way, like that shit comes with ego. Because even in that process, I'm still moving. I'm still trying to make this shit happen. My drive is not slowing down. There's no brakes on this motherfucker. Mm-hmm. But you out here trying to stop and get gas, or you stopping to because you hit a motherfucking pothole or something. And it's like, I can't wait for you. I gotta go. Like, I can't always wait for those that are slowing up, because I'm gonna keep moving regardless. And I can't keep trying to jump your car every single time you stop, because now I gotta go back to help you out to keep on going. I can't keep doing that. Yeah. And I think in the album, just kind of having people like that is very nice. Not nice, but having people like that is it's interesting. Mm-hmm. It does make good work. But even on the flip side, having people where they don't even know that shit like that is even going on with me, they're just like, you know, P, just keep pushing, keep doing your shit. Like, don't, like, kind of reinforcing that belief of don't wait for niggas. Mm-hmm. We can't wait for nobody. These are niggas that are moving at my pace or moving faster than me. Of like, you can't wait for niggas. You got to keep moving, my nigga. You can't stop for shit. Mm-hmm.
Do you think that the song with, what's his name, Zatanna?
Mm-hmm. Like Love the Game? Mm-hmm. I love the fuck out that song, bro. J-Tan, that's my fucking dog, bro. He's very much skill-based in when it comes to rap. Like, he's very, very skill-based. And just seeing that skill just shine bright as fuck. And I remember talking to him, I'm like, Jay, I want to put you on the interlude. Because I remember, I think, what's her name? I think Chloe, can't think of her name. She dropped the album XOXO.
XOXO.
It's like Camila something.
Camila Cabello?
Yeah, bro, she's tough, nigga. I remember hearing the album, and she had a song that was just like a song with just Drake. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I want to do something like that. Like, I want to do something like that because it just fits. And then had a song with Drake. But like seeing her execute it, it was like, I want that. Mm-hmm. So I remember talking to Jay, I was like, Jay, I want you on this album. I want you to just have a solo song. And we're talking about, I'm like, I just want you to talk about being this player ass nigga, moving at such a fast pace, but show that insecurity of niggas that are around you that are slowing down. Mm-hmm. And in that voice mode, he's like, you know, P, like, keep rocking them shows, bro. We can't slow down for nothing, nigga. And, you know, people around, they ain't gonna make it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's safe in this bitch. And him kind of just represent that in that song of like, he's like, you know, I don't want to slow like the niggas around me. You know, I'm gonna be the only nigga that put in that work. You know, him being the one to tell that in such like a Texas flow ass, like that's just some Texas ass shit. Like that's just hard as fuck, nigga. And then me just producing that beat, I remember we did it and I was like, no, let me fix some shit around because you're popping off right here. I want that space for you. Mm-hmm. So let me take all this shit out so you just hear the fucking words you saying. That shit just smacking in that motherfucker. And just fixing it. I think we edit that song like probably like 5. We have 4 different versions of it. Damn. So we edit that whole 4 times. Well, my editing, I got lazy and I didn't redo them, so I just kept 4 for different ones. But probably like 5, 6 different versions of it, of just editing it, revising it, make sure what he's saying is like hitting. Mm-hmm. And him being the one to say that, I think is the best choice. Just because, again, he moves in such a way that's like, I can't wait. He's patient. He's more patient than me when it's coming to people. Mm-hmm. But it's very much like, I gotta move, nigga. I can't sit here and wait for you to do some shit because I got shit I gotta do. Mm-hmm. And I think nobody's safe. It just really expands more on that idea of like, you know, I love this game so much, but nobody's safe in this hoe. Yeah. Like I was like, nobody's safe. What did I say?
What is that?
I don't know what the hell that is.
It's close by. It's right there.
What is it?
It's a frog. Wait, don't move. I need this bitch. Bitch.
Is it near me?
Yeah. From the back.
For the back, for the back, for the back.
Oh shit. Okay, okay, I'm done.
I saw that nigga jump, nigga.
I'm done. I'm done.
Do you have like production moments that really stuck out to you that's like, oh, this is like tough?
Oh, for sure. I feel like, okay, because we worked on some of the stuff together, like the voicemails and part of Mask On, Mask Off.
Mm-hmm.
My fault, can't speak. And then also seeing you work with, what are their names?
Blake, Jessica, and Elaney.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to talk about that. I'll let you go. Go ahead, because that was, I love that. I love that day. That was such a great day.
Okay, so since I was able to go in the studio with y'all and actually like get some of that footage, unfortunately we did not keep all of it because the battery died.
Fuck. Nigga took a nap. You took a nap in the studio, bro. I remember we recorded.
It's because the battery died and then the other one was dead too. So I was like, yeah.
I think we were either recording Jessica's or Elaney's vocals, and you were just like, you just fell asleep for 10 minutes in the booth. You were in the booth on the couch, just fell asleep. And I'm seeing, I'm like, I was like, is she upset?
No, I knocked out because it died. And I was like, well.
I was like, what the fuck? We was loud as fuck. She's sleeping. I was like, what the fuck, nigga?
That was her like singing the highest
like
ever.
Popping the fuck off, bro. And I'm like, there's no way this girl fell asleep, bro.
My fault. What I was gonna say was I was able to see how you were kind of like, I want to say producing, but not really. It's not really producing.
No, that is producing, yeah.
Producing? Okay. I don't know.
Because there's like beat making and like production. Production is like, oh, this can fit here. I want this to fit here. Oh, we need these instruments here. I need this vocalist right here. I need this to sound like this. Like you're constructing the shit. Mm-hmm. And people get that, you know, it's very like, it gets kind of messed up in the water.
Yeah.
But it's like producing is very much like, okay, I want, like, this got to be here, boom, 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 instead of saying, okay, you do it. All right, it's done.
And the amount of times you had them redo certain things just to get it exactly how you wanted, mm-hmm. I was like, okay.
Because we had 3 hours in that hole.
We had 3 hours, and we took the entire time. 3 hours.
So I think he gave us extra time too. That's the homie. Golf. That's my fucking dog, bro. I remember.
And even he said that day, he was like, honestly, just saying the way, like, the drastic change of when you started coming here and then now, like, this sound is completely different from any of your past work.
Very much it is. Mm-hmm. So I was telling him, like, bro, I remember I went to the studio for the first time in this old location it was on my birthday. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it came out like one of the worst songs I made, bro. But it was just like I only had an hour. I could only afford an hour. And I had 3 songs. None of those 3 songs ever saw the light of day. I don't think I've shown anyone those 3 songs. It was that bad. And I was going to him when I was making Mi Corazon. And then, you know, doing everything on my own, it's like I'm not really going there as often unless it's like shit like that. Mm-hmm. So it was just so nice to just connect with him and him to see that progress, like nigga, you moving, nigga, like, you know. Mm-hmm. And I'm just appreciate that he has that there's so much love that he see that shit, like that's my fucking dog, bruh. Mm-hmm. Like he's seen everything, bruh.
And even he had like some ideas and added them to them, and y'all were able to be creative and like actually work on things together. I know you had more of an influence on the actual vocals of it, mm-hmm. and I could see that and see the way you like try to articulate it around them based off of their ranges and actually choose people with specific vocal ranges. Mm-hmm. Because you wanted that build up of everything, mm-hmm. and to make it feel full. And it did. It really did.
Like it
and
worked.
Then some, it popped off because the high notes,
they're hitting, bro.
They went crazy. She did phenomenal.
Elaney, bro, oh my god, like that's the most of that. I was so fucking surprised because mm-hmm. when it came to, and I talked to Blake because I was doing, my singing teacher, and I remember talking to him like, hey, I want this. These are people that I think that can do it, but I need someone that can do. I said I can do baritone, baritone. I don't know. I always say it wrong. And I was like, I can hit that. And I said, I want you to do those things. And I was like, I need someone that can do tenor and I need someone that can do soprano. And I remember me and him just brainstorm, okay, who can we pick? Do we have students that can do that? And we had Jessica. I've met Jessica before, and she was like, oh, she may be a little nervous, but she's down to do it. And then Elaney, I never met Elaney, so I was like, she's very excited to do it. She's down to do it. I didn't know that she was part of a band, so I was like, oh, I didn't know that until after the studio. And just seeing her come in, just so excited, just matching the vibe, bringing so much energy to the studio. I think it really, like, you hear it so heavy in that song. And like just seeing her, I think she was the easiest to work with because she just hit those notes just flawlessly. Like it was just amazing. And I was okay, because for every single one, it was like, okay, I want you to do this. All right, let's get it right. All right, next one, I want you to do this. All right, let's get it right. Last one, boom. All right, layer it. All right, layer it. All right, next person, come on. Like just that kind of pace.
Blow it.
No, it's a ladybug.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Wait, bring it over here. Grab it. Touch. Oh! Come here. Come. Hold it. You mother.
Where'd he fall?
Oh my God.
Oopsies. He fell off my hand.
I said hold it.
I did.
Ah!
I didn't want to kill his ass. But seeing, like, kind of like, I think when it was with her, I didn't know what I wanted her to do. I was like, okay, just follow what Blake did. And
you didn't like that?
No, I was like, nah, like, do this instead. And Blake was trying to find the note for her. And then as soon as he was like, he found the second note on what we were originally going to do, I was like, no, that got to be the first note. I fucking love that. And I was like, shine so bright, shine. Like, that shit just, oh my God, bruh. Like, it just, going off of that one little note that I was like, oh, let's do that. Boom. And then she was just bam, bam. She was just knocking them bitches out. And I was like, oh yeah, that's tough. That was tough. And just like getting out of it, golf mixing it, saying, oh, we can do this, we can do boom, boom, boom. And just how it just came about so much. Like I really took a back seat in everything. It was just, okay, I want you to do this. Like really producing in the studio where it's like, usually when I'm in the studio, I'm recording the whole fucking song and then adding this shit a different time or something. But being where like, okay, just the vocalists are going to be doing all this. I'm going to coach them and make sure that it hits fucking perfect. And we're redoing until it sounds fucking perfect.
Yeah. I think the order that you chose them to go in first, like also helped a lot because the way you built it was like the lower notes first. And it really did just sound like beautiful, beautiful chords, like fucking,
like just
noise.
Amazing, bro. And just even just the production of it is fucking beautiful. Like that song has 2 bridges. 2 fucking bridges in that hoe. This nigga's fucking us up. It has 2 bridges in that whole song. 1 verse. There's only 1 verse in that hoe. But like that's all they need. Like that's when I made the beat.
Was that the longest song you have in the album? I feel like it was.
I think it is, yeah. Like that song is like almost like 5 minutes and some change. Yeah, that's the longest song. I remember when I made the beat and I was writing to it, I was like, I just want 1 verse and I'm gonna shut the fuck up. And I want this production just to speak. I didn't and I just want to say Sean Bry, I just want to go with what this shit's saying. Like I really want these chords, not the chord, I really want this sample. I want the instruments that I'm doing. I want these drums just to like that. Like I don't know. I need niggas to groove to this motherfucker. Like I don't want what I'm saying to fuck up this vibe. So I just did that one little part and then we just constructed it outside of that. And I remember I had a version and I lost the file because I was gonna send the stems over to golf before the studio, and I was like, I don't have anything. I don't have the file or anything. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? So the day before, I think it was the day before, the day of, I redid the whole song. And I was like, and again, just hearing it, I was like, okay, I know what I gotta fix. I gotta give myself more, I gotta give it more room. I gotta let it breathe a little bit. So let me not do too much. Let me just compliment as much as I can. And it's fucking amazing, bro. The synth that I had 2 different trumpets, one doing more arpeggiated staccato notes, one is just straight chords. I have guitars in that motherfucker. I have 2 different synths in there. I have a synth organ just I I can't think of the rhythm it did. Like dun 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 dun. Like oh, that shit just like you just want to like two step to that motherfucker. And even just the bass that doom just following that hoe was just like, oh, that shit's tough, bro. That shit gas. And even just that end of,
I feel like that song has such a different feeling than the majority of the album, to be honest.
mm-hmm.
If it felt very full and it felt very like inviting.
Very much. It feels almost completed, like. But that's why I love the last song so much. It was like one more song, like I want to encore this shit. Oh my god, da da da.
Mm-hmm.
And then that encore being like almost like the OVA, like here's like a bonus track.
Uh-huh.
But it fits so well into the story of it itself. I think it's just beautiful because I was gonna end it with Just Shine by Lonestarr, like,
mm-hmm.
but I was like, I don't know. I think I had made the beat around that same time. I was like, nah, this gotta be at the end, bro. This shit's tough.
Mm-hmm.
And just having those two songs right next to one another, I think it's just so perfect. It's so fucking perfect, bro.
Yeah, and then the call in between to tell the story was very compelling, and like it just the whole storyline between the album honestly just felt so fulfilling in itself. Of like you see piece by piece by piece within each and every song, and you see the connectivity between each songs of like, hey, this part in this like beginning of this album sounds really similar to this like big grand moment at the end.
Like it callbacks to a lot of shit. And I think that's why I love why I worked in such a way, especially like having Mr. Star be the last song that I made on the album. So this is after all the songs already done, and just writing it and like hearing it was like, oh, a lot of these songs are like what I'm saying when I'm writing, it's like these are damn near gonna be callbacks when you're deep in the album, like, oh, he already talked about how he don't like talking to niggas, he don't like answering the phone, he's frustrated when he answers the phone with people. And these voicemails are showing that like this nigga's not answering the phone, but it's like he can't, he's doing this show, he's in his own head, he's avoiding, he can't. So he's just hearing this shit probably after the show or whenever I can. And I think that's why I love in the intermission so much, because Brian did the intro of the two characters, D and Jamal, and that nigga's amazing, bro. Voice actor, that nigga's amazing, bro. And he just did his thing. I remember working with him at it. I went to his crib to work with him, and we're just doing this shit there. Like that shit was just fucking peak, bro. And his shit was gas. But just doing the intermission, my girl had played it because I needed like a female family member just to play that role, and I went to her house to do it. And this is early on when she just knew I was doing this shit, and her just getting behind it so much and be like, okay, we're gonna make it happen. Like that shit fine. Like, and she was just boom, 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 just on it. And I, that callback is just like when I do answer the phone, it's almost like this is what I'm dealing with. So how the fuck am I supposed to be present when I answer the phone, you mad at me because I'm at a show right now, you getting mad that I'm not making time? But it's like, I can't just leave this. I can't leave what I'm doing. I can't stop doing this music shit to be present with y'all right now. I gotta focus on this right now. So it's just, I don't know, it's amazing, bro. Did her thing again, like those interlude, those skits of kind of world building in there, I think is such a great part of the album as a whole.
Yeah.
My goal is where niggas want to play back these skits. Like these skits are some people's favorite part of the album. Like they just love how much world building it is in the album, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I strive for all the time. And just seeing it execute so greatly is just like, oh my, I love this. Like if you hear the whole album, like you can't listen to the whole album without the skits. Like the skits lead into these songs, into the second part of the album, to the whole fucking shift. It introduces the whole motherfucking album.
Yeah.
I think it's just, I don't know, this shit is beautiful, bro.
Is the battery about to die?
17. So what do you think about, just being here and talking about it? What does that kind of entail for you? Because again, you're the only one that knows this whole album front to back. I think, yeah, you're the only one.
Well, I've also heard the album like so many times. You're like, listen to it again. Which I love it, and I can, because it's just, to me, it feels like a loop of like going through everything and then still feeling this way and then moving forward and then still having to deal with it either way, because this is just how you're going to have to move the entire rest of your life in this career.
Yeah.
Like, there's no stopping, and you feel that.
Mm-hmm.
And that drive that you have, that motivation, the need to be great, to be something outside of yourself, to have this character in general, this paradox that is you,
Mm-hmm.
but it's also a completely different persona in this album. Because I feel like with past albums, it's just boom, this is just the music, but this storytelling of who Paradox is, what he's going through, and yes, it's you, yes, it's based on your experiences, but it's also something outside of yourself and outside of you as an individual. It's like an entire different being, an entire different mindset and way of life and moving.
Mm-hmm.
With all these like still real personal struggles. And I feel like that's very interesting, how complex you made it and how just you built upon it entirely, of like this everything I'm going through is so real, and you will see it and you will feel it, and actually you get all of this and more. Like, you've had this album, you've had this, the behind the scenes, the recordings of us working in the studio, just daily vlogging, or like music video, like when we're making music videos. You try to be very personal with it, of like, this is me, this is everything I'm going through, this is how I'm moving, this is how I'm literally trying every single day to like make it happen. And you are. Mr. Starr, okay.
I think in the skits, the Rising Sun, when I was writing it, it was like, the question was like, oh, because it's like, oh my God, he has this, he has that, he's so on that earth, how the fuck does he do it? And having that question be like, but like, how does he hold all this together? Like, what's really going on? And again, like, that being that big question of the album is it's perfect. Like, it's such it's almost like it's damn like a thesis statement. Like, this is what it's going to be about.
It felt very theatrical. I'll say that.
Very much like a play, I guess. I don't know. Because I think even in like Nicola's Zone, I still did that, but having it at such a level now is just peak, bro. Like, I love it. I love the production I did. I love the lyrics that I said. I love the feelings that these songs give you. Like, I love all this shit. Like, I want niggas to be banging this shit. They sad, they upset, because it's just so, I make very vulnerable, relatable music, and for me to do it in such a way where it's like, it's not sad. Like, I'm probably talking about sad nigga shit, but you don't feel that. You just want to vibe to this shit. Like, it's just some like cool shit. During a lot of these neo soul songs, I was listening to like Cleo Soul and her Gold album. Like, I was banging that shit heavy, bro. Like, that album is fucking beautiful, bro. Of her just being so vulnerable with shit, like, Life Will Be. She had there will be no crying. Like, Angel.
That was like one of the first songs you showed me when we met. You were like, let me put you on to all of my music tastes, and then you get to hear my music. And I was like,
but then you just see how it come full circle, like how it just influences everything that I do. And I love that so fucking much. And just to still be able to put my own spin of like, this is what I really love, this is what drives me so fucking heavy. And seeing that be influenced by the music that I listen to every fucking day, like just going to work, going to go to the gym, driving here, getting ready to film content and shit. Just seeing that be such a inspiration for me. And it's to show it's like, because I love this music shit, bro. I'm not just making songs just to make songs. I'm not making it just so it can sound good for everyone. It's like, I'm making what the fuck I love to make, because I love the shit that I make.
Yeah.
Even in like Mask On Mask Off, I was like, I said, put me Cola's Zone. I'm embarrassed that my heart was in it. Like, I was so, felt defeated, and just embarrassed that I had so much emotion in this shit, and I wasn't proud to stand behind it.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, damn, like, it's too personal. I'm talking about such sad shit, like, ugh. But doing it this way, where it's like, I love all these songs. Like, this song is me. This song is all the shit that I'm feeling, I'm going through, and I put it behind this beautiful fucking curtain on this nice ass stage for people just to watch and listen. And being just such a level up from what I've previously done,
And I feel like Mask Off actually like talks about it. It's like hate the music I make, and like just what was the line?
I was like, I hate my songs, but I won't admit it. I hate my songs, so I never finish. And again, and then that's that frustration of like I don't finish stuff, or like it's a song I can't do it. Especially with Miko Lazone, it was such a big pause because I didn't have money for the studio, but it was just like, why am I really doing this? Like, damn, like I don't know. And even just executing that, getting the cover and all that, it was just like, I just felt so defeated getting that album off. And just to become now where it's like, I mean, I still don't get excited. Like, oh my God, I can't wait for you to hear it, because it's like I've lived with these songs so much. It's kind of just like I'm letting it go. Like once I release an album, all the feelings that I have attached to the album that I went through, they're just gone to the public. Like it's almost like it's like a burn book on fucking
You said
Mean
it's
Girls.
your baby. You said
yeah, like you get emotional when you let the shit go. So I don't know. It just being that it's just shit's peak, bruh. And like even like sitting out here, like being just out here to talk about it, I think just plays into everything. It's just real. It's not nothing fabricated. It's just me. Like this is I love being in environments like this. I love bless you. I love being in environments like this. I love talking about shit like this. You know, it's such a it's so big for me.
Yeah.
So I love this shit to bits, bro. And I love this album. I love everything that came about with it. I love all the content that I did, the hard times, the struggles, just trying to get it off. Ugh, I love everything. I love everything. I love this shit to fucking bits, bro. And I can't wait for everyone to hear it. I can't wait to just present this work. To be like, this is where I'm at right now. And by the time I release it, nigga, I'm gonna be already on other shit. I'm already off of it.
I know, you're already like, so you're coming over today so we can make some more music? Release your album first, and then we'll talk, okay? I need this shit out.
Yeah, Thursday, March 6th.
So close, so far.
I know.
I'm telling you, everyone I know is like, please let me know when this drops. They're like, if it's anything like what you've shown me, which they get, sometimes they get little sneak peeks because I'm generous like that.
Niggas leaking my shit. I don't mind.
But they're like, if it's anything like that, please let me know. Please. I need it. I'm like, okay. It's not Fent. Let's calm down.
Hopefully it is. I need this shit to be cracked to niggas, bro. I put too much time. Like I love this shit too much. I mean, everyone can hate it. I still love it. They can hate and I still love this shit.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. Like I love everything I did. I love, like, even like now I'm listening to the album just driving to work, listen to everything in its entirety. And I think whenever I release it, that's where it's like I take that step back and now I'm listening to it as a fan of my own music. Not as like, oh, I got to do this. Oh, I got to fix this. Oh, this got to sound like this. I can move this here. It's like, it's already gone. I can't do anything about it. It's already there. Let me just enjoy it for what it is. And whenever that time comes, shit will be there, bro. But okay.
You want to wrap this up?
Yeah. But I was gonna just stop as we're still talking this shit. But final thoughts for yourself. Anything you want to add?
Let's see. I will say that because this was my, like, knowing you in general, crazy. You're kind of crazy. I don't know. Nobody else sees that. Maybe everybody else sees that.
Hopefully they do. I'm a pretty crazy person, bro. I'm very crazy. I can't lie on that shit, nigga.
But with the album and it being the first time that I've ever been around music in that sense of like actually seeing how you what the fuck? Seeing how everything works, seeing how your mind works and how you just go with the flow. But how genuine it is of like this is everything I'm feeling, and you will see that and you will feel it as well.
Like it's intentional, or yeah, very like there's intention behind it.
And also just knowing you and seeing the growth within yourself and the music. Because when I met you, there had been different like conversations of like being at a standstill or like at a pause of like wanting something more but not knowing how to get there. Exactly. And having these conversations and moving forward and working the way we are, like just knowing you and seeing the growth behind the music has been a very interesting perspective. Like I feel like sometimes the conversations that we've had have been included in the album, because you really clocked my shit in one of the songs. You're like, and which one was it? Waiting for Love?
Yes, I did, yeah.
Because we had
the conversation,
and then you're like, I'm gonna add this one in there.
Because it just, I don't know. It is very interesting. But it was also just for myself too, like.
That caught me off guard. It was funny, but it caught me off guard. I was like, damn, didn't know I was gonna fucking pick a stray bullet right there.
But it is. But it, you know, even things like that is still for me as well. Like a lot of these songs are reflections of these feelings that I have. I'm you know, trying to heal from these feelings. Like if I didn't make the song, I probably would still feel the same way, or I'll be able to relate to what you feel, instead of being like, oh no, it's so, like, not necessarily it's okay, but like I don't know how to move past it, so I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I've seen you process your emotions through these songs. For sure.
And I think that's
our whole friendship is pretty much based off of it.
Very, very much it is, because you met me in the middle of the shit. Again, like I said, you know every song. You've been in the studios. You've seen me record songs on the album. Like, you've seen everything.
Yeah.
You've seen everything, bruh. But I'm very, very excited. Like, talk about it now gets me so fucking amped up, because I love talking about this shit. I can talk about the work I love and all that forever.
Yeah, Lewis is hard right now.
What?
He's saying it gets him hard.
It gets you hard? Nigga's a freaky nigga. Nigga's a goon.
He said.
Nigga's a grand masturbator. Emerald
Platinum.
Edger.
Oh, hell no.
Emerald Edger, nigga.
Bro, my cheeks hurt from this. It's wet.
Yeah, no. I'm cooked.